Hey, 5th grade. So today we're going to be doing 5th grade vocab for our upcoming unit. And for this unit, we're going to be talking about factor, product, dividend, divisor, rational numbers, positive rational numbers, grouping symbols, and expression. So some of these you should know already. We have factor and product, which already you know that the factors are the numbers that you multiply to get your product. So I hope that you guys remember that one. We also have dividend and we have divisor. Now, the dividend is a number that's being divided, and the divisor is the number that the dividend is being divided by. Okay, so let me move on really quick here. A rational number. This is something we haven't talked about yet. It's kind of new. So, rational number is a number that can be written as a fraction. A number that can be written as a fraction. So for example, I can say that 0.25. Can 0.25 be written as a fraction? Of course it can. For example, this could be a quarter, and a quarter can be written as a fraction 1/4. So that is a rational number. Another example could be the number 5. Can the number 5 be written as a fraction? Of course it can. We can write it as a improper fraction, 5/1, which becomes 5 again, the whole number. So those are our rational numbers. Positive rational numbers are rational numbers that are greater than 0. So if your rational number is greater than 0, then it is a positive rational number. Grouping symbols. Grouping symbols are things that we use when we are trying to solve an expression, which is our next word. So remember PEMDAS. In PEMDAS you have parentheses, sometimes we have brackets, and we have braces. Things that look like this. We can have parentheses, brackets, and sometimes we have the fancy braces that look like this. Those would be our grouping symbols. And our grouping symbols, we would use PEMDAS to tell us which one we're going to do first. Now, an expression. Our whole unit that we're going to be looking at is writing expressions and solving expressions. So I'm going to give you guys here an example. My example is that I'm going to write an expression from a word problem. So here we go. In my word problem, I am selling bags of apples for $4. I sell a total of 9 bags. So how much money did I make? Okay, so I have to write an expression to solve my word problem. So I was selling the bags of apples for $4, and I sold 9 bags. So I can write the expression by saying 4 times 9 equals 36. And since I'm talking and money here, if I sold 9 bags at $4, I make $36. Okay, so let's add a little bit more to our word problem here. And let's say I had to pay for the booth where I was selling the apples at. They charged me $10 to set up my booth. Okay, so now I have to include that into my expression. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to use some of these grouping symbols to separate what I'm doing. Okay, so I still sell my bags of apples for $4. I still sell 9 bags, but I have to pay $10. So I know that I want to do this part first. And then I want to take out the $10 that I paid for my booth, and now I can figure out how much I spent. So 9 times 4 I know is 36, and now since I've taken it out of the parentheses, I can say 36 minus 10 is 26. And $26 because we were talking about money. So if I had sold 9 bags of apples for $4 a piece and paid $10 for the booth, I am still making $26. So this right here would be my expression. So if I give you a word problem and ask you to write an expression, I want you to really think about it. How would you solve that problem? how would you write it out as a sentence? That's what an expression is. It is a sentence of numbers. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit more as we go on through the unit. Please remember that you can use the back of your book. In the glossary, you can find some of our vocabulary words, and you may also need to Google some of your words. Please make sure that you submit your foldable by copy-pasting your photo of your foldable to a Google Doc, or you can also email it to me to lopezsbisd@gmail.com. Thanks, guys.